Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived an old lady. She was kind, wise, and always full of joy. Everyone in the village admired her because no matter what happened, she never seemed sad. People often came to her for advice or simply to share their troubles. One day, a curious young man asked her, "Grandmother, how is it that you are always happy? Don't you ever feel sad when bad things happen?" The old lady smiled gently. "My dear," she said, "life is full of ups and downs. Some days are bright, others are dark. But I have learned that happiness comes from within, not from what happens around me." The young man frowned in confusion. "But how can you be happy when bad things happen?" The old lady paused, then began to tell him her story. "When I was young, I had a husband and children. We were not rich, but we were happy. One day, my husband fell ill. We did not have enough money for medicine, and he passed away. It was the saddest day of my life. I cried for many days and thought I would never be happy again. But then I realized that my sorrow would not bring him back. My children still needed me. Slowly, I understood that life would always bring both good and bad moments. I decided not to let the bad ones steal my joy." The young man leaned closer, listening carefully. "But how did you do that?" he asked. The old lady's eyes sparkled. "Every morning I tell myself, today is a new day. I will find something to be happy about. Some days it is the sunshine. Some days it is the sight of a flower blooming or the smile of a friend. There is always something to be thankful for." The young man thought deeply, then asked again, "But what if something really terrible happens? How can you still be happy?" "It is never easy," the old lady admitted, "but I remind myself that nothing lasts forever. Hard times, too, will pass. When sorrow comes, I focus on what I still have, my health, my friends, the gift of life itself. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to dwell on sadness, or you can choose to notice the good that remains." The young man thanked her and went home, determined to follow her advice. From that day on, he began looking for small joys each day. Over time, he discovered that his life felt lighter, even when troubles came. Word of the old lady's wisdom spread through the village. Soon, more and more people learned that true happiness does not depend on wealth, luck, or circumstances. It depends on how we choose to see life. And so, the little village grew happier, all because of the old lady who revealed the secret. Happiness is a choice. It comes from within. No matter how hard life becomes, joy can always be found in the small, simple things.